it's Emmy trying to force that Game 5. We'll talk more about the Game 5 stats should we get there. But Game 4 underway, and we're on board with Silly, who in that first round of controller, impressive stat line again at 3-3, gets himself some streaks. This time he's relying on his teammates to do the slaying, as he picks up the hill time now, sliding forward, putting pressure on 100 Thieves. Is Silly, who I will say, throughout the first week, really impressed me. Last week, I thought he was tremendous, and a big reason as well as Hook as to why Envy were able to get their successes when they did.
Yeah, I mean, as impressive as the 3-3 getting streaks is, the first map, keep in mind, he also got streaks in that one too, and he had a very nice stat line.
His Annihilator play, very, very clutch. He's been fantastic all around.
And it's worth pointing out, you get the vision pulls rocking for both sides, so a couple of adjustments here and there, so maybe not as flashy plays coming out the specialist from Silly, but I'm sure the vision pulses will be on point.
Oh, of course. He's very good at hitting L2 and R2 at the same time.
Standing still and not dying. So you will actually see some bad uses eventually. I don't know who's going to be the bearer of bad news, or sometimes you have to use it in a tough spot, but Vision Pulse, if you're ever using it yourself, just never die. Just don't take gunfights.
50 seconds on the new hill as it pops, and it is 100 Thieves with the advantage. Really be able to control the spawns, though, because it is Hook from Team Envy that's trying to go around the outside. He's going to draw Enable over towards his location, but Aches is in support. So this is a mini 2 versus 1, and you see just how Hook was playing it and wanted a little bit of support, maybe quicker to come from Aches, but he finds a double, and Team Envy, they seem so good at breaking hills, Chance.
And guess who spawns right back up? Like, Huke is essentially bait for Aches there. He dies, he holds the spawn for an extra 3 seconds. As soon as the players for 100 Thieves fall, presses the button, spawns in. And then, of course, now the players for 100 Thieves, while Silly is beating them down, he is also spawning them out. 100 Thieves now on the wrong side of the map. They do have players anew, and thankfully for them, Kenny's able to pick up 2. Looks like he's going to fall to the nade, but maybe a little bit of damage mitigation there, because that could have been very, very brutal for 100 Thieves to deal with on the rotation. But, well, now they have a lead, and they're inside the hill.
Aches actually spawned in, though, and Kenny, don't know whether he expected that, but he finds the kill nevertheless. And now for 100 Thieves, you can work on trying to build yourself a bit of an advantage. So plenty of time left on this hill. 45 seconds to be precise, but you have to win the gunfights, and you have to slow Envy down from the front. Silly in 1-1. Slasher able to find the trade. Apathy flying forward for Team Envious, but Aches from lobby. There's 1. Can he find 2? Yes, he can. 3. Not gonna happen. Enable does find the pick, and 100 Thieves, a 50-point lead right now, Chance.
That is a tough spot to deal with. Silly is just looking for any errant kills he can find. He's not going to contest. All of that time, Envy says no thank you, which I guess the good news is you have all the time in the world to make the perfect setup over towards New, but Huke's already going to fall. You got a couple players coming to the front, and because that was 30 seconds, Kenny has all the time in the world to go for this full flank, so 100 Thieves on the approach. You just got to get the timing of the pinch right.
It's almost the exact opposite of what we saw in Game 1. It's 100 Thieves in the driving seat and establishing a massive lead. Streaks will be nice to earn here from 100 Thieves as Kenny punches over towards his right. Great read. Hook will fall. Now the pinch onto the hill. That's the next step as 4 players from MB spawn out. Slasher flies on in. He beats down Apathy. And 100 Thieves retake control.
And again, that was perfect. You just have to get the timing right, and Kenny wins the important gunfight on one side while his teammates were making the move on the other. Now you break through, and this is 100 Thieves just trying to close this series down and make it as quick and comfortable as possible. Everyone looking good so far. Preset had a great start. Slasher, it looks like he's heating up a little bit as well. He didn't want to throw on the big boy gunship on board, but he's creeping up on at least the Lightning Strike and Hellstorm. And now again, they're getting all that scrap. They're getting the spawns for next. This is just as good as it gets.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Except for that.
At 13 and 6, I don't think he was actually looking over towards the right side of his screen there. He's so worried about maybe the new hill as it popped, and also maybe considering, should I use my war machine here? Instead, not gonna happen. The score, 136 to 44 in favor of 100 Thieves. For Envy, they have to string together a nice segment of play here on this hard point as Hook picks up a double. Sometimes it looks like players aren't even shooting at him. That's just how crazy some of his quick succession kills can be. As he controls top window, 30 seconds still left on this hill, and for Envy, it's a pretty important time here, Chance.
Priest, though. Setting up, looking for the play. He's going to do it, only pick up one because Slasher is actually firing War Machines into the hill. And, well, that's a gravity slam, the War Machine gone. And I don't know how much you get out of it. That kill feed, nice and blue.
Nothing.
Still down by a ton of time, but maybe a breath of fresh air for Envy. Burning 2 of those specialists.
And what Envy just did there was super important. They instantly, as soon as they got the kills, knew they had to fly in towards the new hill. And if Fook was able to get streaks here as well, it could aid the potential comeback. But I love that from Team Envious, because that rotation can sometimes be so hard to allow the other team to set up around that first hill. They really can turn it into a bit of a money hill itself. And unfortunately, the following gunfight's not going to be one. Octane pulls out a Tempest, connects with a down. Is he going to leave it for Slasher to clean up? Looks like that's going to be the game plan. It was Aches that got caught by the Tempest. Octane just patrolling the hill. 100 Thieves looking to come out to a 100-point lead here in Arsenal, but Octane has to hit the Tempest shot, and well, he will eventually. Give him enough shots. Bound to hit one.
Player's trying to break through, but he has at least been 50-50 on the connections he gets. He even somehow hits fire on there. Does not get the player up top, but either way, that was quite a bit of time on this first hill that goes the way of 100 Thieves. And yes, they have to invest even more to make it happen, but they will be very happy with the lead they've built for themselves. The good news for Team Envious, they do have the rotation anew. But once again, this has been time and time again. You got players going on the flank. Priesta wins the first one. He's at least trying to block these spawns where, well, you can take a look at exactly where half these spawns just a little bit out. They got to find Priest and hunt him down, and might be the gunfight to do it, but nope, he is just being oh so annoying, and while he's causing distractions on the back, 100 Thieves on the front get inside the hill.
It was just enough of a distraction. It's Envy's turn to try and break from the back. Kills in their favor. That's going to be 4 down, and they know exactly where the last player alive is for now. It's Kenny over towards Gun, and 30 seconds for Envy. They take this, comes to a about 30-second game, but Priester again trying to be the thorn in a thorn in Team Envious' side as he goes for a big flank. Envy still controlling the hill. Keep your eye on the spawns. It's Priester's turn. Rotate early, control those spawns as he spawned out. Doesn't want to give anything up, and realistically, that fight on the other side of the map is everything. It's Assault in a 1v2. If he can hunt down Enable quick enough, which he's not going to be able to do so, maybe Envy had chance of stringing together back-to-back kills. And
so right now, 100 Thieves, has everything covered. He got a player in lobby, a couple guys pushed up front towards window. Granted, Apathy wins the first one on Kenny, so lobby's going to be open, but you don't even have all the players there, and they're eventually going to get hunted down. Now inside the hill, 100 Thieves just hanging out for the moment. Assault's doing what he can. Aches makes his move. Fortunately for him, he does not find the kill, but his teammates are doing okay. Throws away his life, but is able to take one down with him. It all comes down to Hugh, who can only do so much. He only finds one, and, well, does the smart thing, goes to play his life so he can wait for his teammates.
100 Thieves over the 200-point threshold. Envy again, trying to break this hill as quickly as they possibly can, but the problem they have is there's only 20 seconds left. It's not enough for 100 Thieves to win the game, but surely, if they were to pick it all up, I mean, should be no way back into this game for Team Envy. You're looking at perfect hard point for 3-4 hills. Streaks would be needed. Enable's going to invest the vision pulse. Gets stunned though. That's going to scan out. They're going to get all the information they need as he does a good job of scurrying away, staying alive, waiting for the teammate support to come through. But Envy winning a flurry of gunfights. Is it enough to get the early control? Well, it was, but in stepped Octane in his ICR. He shuts down Aches again. Tempest out for Assault. Not going to chain anything. Still, 100 Thieves' presence, and Assault's so good with the Tempest chance.
Looking for more. He's going to take down Slasher, if not the second shot. Gets the third, has the hell. Does it even matter? Now, of course, 100 Thieves, 17 seconds away from ending the game, but can you even move forward? Do you want to try and stop him? Because he's going to get at least the lightning.
Did anyone tell him about the Tempest nerf?
Oh, yeah, he'll get good with it eventually.
Fists, unfortunately, came out. Almost found the gunfight win himself, but at least able to earn a lightning and what would be a miraculous comeback. 100 Thieves flying forward. Again, cannot win on this hill. They will get that final scrap time. Now the streak potentially used. Is it just the ping? Just the ping from Assault. That should give Envy a lot of information, but it's that rotation going into that first hill, which is where they kind of failed in our last rotation of hills, and they're going to need to be absolutely perfect. They can't give up any hill time whatsoever, and that's a miraculous double kill, but a Tempest for 100 Thieves. 5 more seconds, all they need. Octane falls. Hook, look at it, basically doing it all himself. He found another pick as well, and invests the grab slam. Hook basically just 5-pieced 100 Thieves by himself just to keep him in the game.
Just another day for him. Aches with the War Machine, not able to connect with too much, but I guess at least keeping players at bay. But 3 seconds for 100 Thieves. I mean, one good break, not even a break, just a little bit of confusion inside the hill is all they need. Slash is trying to make exactly that happen, but they stabilize. They stabilize. 14 seconds going their way. You gotta win the rotation.
It's all on App. He was the first to the party. Kenny with a double. 9 seconds. Kenny with a triple. And if you're silly, you can't even afford to give the scrap up. 100 Thieves, they sneak it. They sneak it. It was enable off spawn. As Envy were so worried about the rotation, he just slips through the back door and